Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to a Scorpio's journey. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Kenya, and I am a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Pisces rising. I'm also a lover of tarot, especially using it as a journaling tool. And I've been using it for many, many years to support my own emotional and spiritual well-being. And I've had a calling recently to share my insights with the world. So that's what brings me here today. Now, I have to say that I'm not in the medical profession, the legal profession, the financial profession. I'm not a licensed counselor of any kind. I don't sell personal tarot readings or anything like that. I am just, rising to a challenge that the universe put out there for me to share my intuitive guidance and interpretations of tarot with other people. So I hope you'll join me as we build this community. If the messages resonate with you, please consider subscribing to the channel, as well as liking and sharing the video. This channel is just for Scorpios, so I really do want to be able to go deep into the transformational journeys that I know we as Scorpios like to have. Now, I'll do weekly general readings, but I'm also doing monthly readings covering all aspects of the astrological chart. So each month there is a separate reading for every house of the chart, right? From the first all the way to the 12th house. Today I want to focus on the 12th house. It's the house of secrets. Although I'm showing here the visual from the Black Moon astrology deck. In that deck, it's number 36. It says 12th house is escape. But this house, it's really about, it's about your secrets, your fears, your hidden desires, and your fantasies. It's ruled by Pisces. The zodiac sign Pisces, and the planet Neptune. So you can think about this card, or the 12th house. It's very similar to the moon card in the tarot deck. So, this can be about, deception. It could be about, having, lack of boundaries or lack of definition. It's definitely about intuition and how spirit communicates with you. It's about the highest of the highs, right? Like when you are blissfully happy or when you are feeling totally emotionally fulfilled. But it can also be about the lowest of the lows, right? When you are just so paranoid about something or you're so afraid about something. Like it's sort of those extreme types of feelings, Scorpio. So as we look at the oracle and the tarot cards, we're going to interpret them in the context of the 12th house. Let's get started. I want to, start out with the wild unknown animal spirit deck and see what messages spirit has for us around the 12th house of secrets. So this is the last of I don't take pop-ups, so we're going to put that back in. But this is the last of the house readings that I'm doing for the month, Scorpio. So go take a look out on the channel, and maybe there are some other houses out there that you might be interested in learning more about, getting some spiritual guidance around. Feel free to take a look at any of them or all of them. They've been very complimentary of each other, I have to say. There's been consistent messaging throughout the month. So it's been very, very interesting readings for Scorpio. So we've got turtle. And we've got cheetah. Wow. Oh, I love this energy here. So the cheetah, really in this wild unknown animal spirit deck, the cheetah really is very much like the sun card in the tarot deck. You can see it here. Look at this, all that warm, beautiful energy that's coming off of this card. But this is about, just achieving anything and everything that you want. This is about you're just having limitless energy right now, Scorpio. You are have a deep passion and a deep purpose about something. This is about forward momentum. Like there's nothing right now that you put your mind to, Scorpio, that you won't be able to achieve. Now, you know, in the context of the 12th house, you might be having some fears around that right now. You know, there might be this big, hairy ass goal, Scorpio, you know, some big, lofty goal that you're setting for yourself. And there could be some, you know, type of fear around that, you know, Scorpio. Or, you know, the opposite of that, you know, there could be this outrageous dream, Scorpio, some, some dream or some fantasy that you've had for years and years and years. And, you know, you just, you know, chalk it up as that, a dream. And I think, you know, what Spirit is saying right now is anything is possible. Like it might be this crazy dream or this crazy fantasy or this big goal that you have. Right now, you are oh so powerful, Scorpio. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that, you know, some things, this thing doesn't necessarily have to be a dream. It's something that you can actually manifest. This is manifesting energy. So that's really, really interesting to me. And, you know, so we've got, you know, that came out with the turtle energy. And, you know, when I think about the turtle, I feel like the turtle is carrying like the whole world on its back, right? Just all of its experiences, every relationship that it's gone through, its whole life, it's carrying it right there with you. So I feel like, you know, there's something around lessons learned, or, you know, your life's experiences, or your life story. This could be something about, you know, maybe you have a dream to be a writer or something like that, Scorpio. And what I'm getting, the sense I'm getting is, you know, something about your story. And maybe you needing to bring your story out into the open. Maybe it's, you know, some story or something about you that you've tried to keep hidden, Scorpio. And, you know, Spirit is saying, you know, now is the time to be a little more open about it, to share it, you know, with other people, because other people may be able to learn from it. I really am getting something strong about something that needs to come out now, Scorpio. There could be some part of you that maybe you think, or that it's true. Maybe just other people, think it's maybe a little taboo, or maybe you think people wouldn't necessarily understand. And I'm really thinking that, you know, Spirit is saying it's time to come out of your shell, trying to take that head out of the shell, Scorpio, because it's part of you, and it's part of your life experience. And I really do think that there are some other people right now who would benefit from the inspirational story that you have to tell about that, Scorpio. So we have now the sacred. I'm using the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. And we'll see what additional messages Spirit has for us around the 12th house of secrets, fears, hopes, dreams, and fantasies. We can be very, secretive anyway, Scorpio. We can also, be into taboo things. We're a very sensual, passionate sign. We're not afraid to do some of those, risque, behind the door things. But there's something here, Scorpio, that I think you have been sort of holding back or been secretive about it. And I think somebody out there in, either in your circle or, maybe even by just sharing your, your experience or your story through social media or some other sort of, public venue, could really benefit from hearing about. So we've got fulfillment. That's beautiful. And power. Whew. Look at all of these power cards, Scorpio. So, the sun or the cheetah definitely represents power. And now we've got this power card. Yeah, and this is definitely you in your power, Scorpio. So this is time, Spirit is saying it's time for you to really step into your potential now. That, it's time for you to be courageous about something, Scorpio. Time for you to take a stand on something. And yes, I really, it's a similar message. I think there's, something about you personally, Scorpio, that you've been hiding. And Spirit is saying, no more hiding. It's time to, be courageous, to bring it out into the open and share it. Share it. Somebody needs to hear your story and your struggle to be able to bring this, needs to hear about your struggle, and how you're now, being more courageous and having the strength to bring something out into the open right now. I'm really, really getting this really, really strongly as a big old message. But we've got fulfillment. That's a beautiful card. This just speaks to happiness. Again, you got the sun, the cheetah energy here. That speaks to happiness, to bliss. Even the 12th house itself is all about just, emotional and spiritual fulfillment. And that's what this card is about too. It's about focusing on, what's good in your life. Right? And it's about filling your life with what makes you happy. Even if that thing is, something that you feel like you can't share or you have to do behind closed doors, Spirit. Scorpio, I really do think Spirit is saying right now that, it's okay. If it makes you happy, then you should do it. It's all about doing, that's what life is about. And I think Spirit is saying very strongly right now, Scorpio, that, some people might not approve of, some of the things in our lives that, make us happy. But boo-hoo, too bad for them. You need to do you, boo. So I'm gonna pull from the money deck here, this money deck. I don't even know the full name of this deck. I have to look and see what the name of the deck is, but it's all about money, career messages, and I'm being clumsy here. We'll see what messages Spirit has for us, specifically around the 12th house. It may be to do with money and career, but I also like to read these cards metaphorically to cover, considering other aspects of our lives. Scorpio, you've got a story to tell, and you need to put it out there because some other people need to hear it. Time to get courageous. So we've got goals. Don't let the world lead you. Take the steering wheel and take control of your life. That sounds like, take your own power, step into your own power. This would be a good time to write down your goals and aspirations and focus on creating and managing a budget. So somebody needs to hear that. And then we have Transporter. This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. A career in transportation, such as travel, driving, or shipping, could appeal to you. You could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action on some financial matter. So we'll have to see. Maybe there will be some other cards that we pull to kind of help us understand that transporter. Again, it could be just what the card says, that there's something in your life that's happening relatively quickly. It may be some big dream, right? You've had that you maybe didn't think was going to happen, and all of a sudden here it is. And it's moving forward. And I do love this goal card, especially as it, speaks to what we've been talking about. Like, it's time to, put yourself out there, Scorpio, and to take control of your life. Even if that means that there's some part of that life that, people might not approve of, or, you might be afraid of, how somebody might react to. It's your life, Scorpio. If it makes you happy, don't be afraid to pursue that. So I'm now using the Druid deck to pull a couple of overarching tarot messages around the 12th house of escape. I'm also getting this message around old soul, especially as I'm looking at that turtle. They live for such a long time. They live for hundreds of years, right? They can be live to be 100 years old. And I feel like there's something around wisdom. Again, it speaks to you just having a lot of life experience around something. Life lessons that you've learned around this, that I think Spirit, Universe wants you to bring out into the open and share with the collective. So we've got our cards showing up very strong here, Scorpio. So we've got Death. And then we've got the Four of Cups. So we know the Death card, again, this is a Scorpio energy. It's all about endings and beginnings, right, Scorpio? It's about major chapters in your life closing that allow for new chapters to start. It's about transformation, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm getting very, very strongly about, I'm looking at this snake here, and just, I'm getting this healing energy, Scorpio, that you're just coming to terms with yourself about something. Again, it may be something that you've kind of kept secret from someone. This is now Spirit telling you it's time to create that version of you, or that version of you needs to come to light, Scorpio. Death is all about change. And I don't think this is, you changing really, Scorpio. I mean, you are you, and I don't know that this is you changing. I feel like this is you changing your perspective, I guess, on something that you've kept, secret. And, death is all about secret. It's about, that too, Scorpio. So I feel very strongly that for somebody, it's time to step out. Now, I might be aging myself, Scorpio, but I am getting that, that Diana Ross song, I'm coming out. I can't sing either. But you guys know that song. Oh, if you're young, you may not know that song. But, I want the world to know. Got to let it show. So I am really feeling Spirit says I needed to sing that for somebody. But we've got, the Four of Cups here too. And, the Four of Cups is feeling stuck, like somebody who's feeling stuck, somebody who's, not feeling inspired, somebody who, something's clouding this person's ability to be happy. Even though, they've got all of the cups, all of the things they need to potentially make them happy, or to potentially be happy, there's something that's holding that happiness back. And again, I wonder, Scorpio, if it's because, you've got this part of you that maybe you feel uncomfortable sharing with the world. And if you got more comfortable with that, you could you definitely would be much more happier and feeling emotionally and spiritually fulfilled. This could be, again, somebody's spirit putting an offer out there for you. Let's see what else is in the cards here with the tarot deck, with the main tarot spread. So there could be some offer. I've got the Ace of Cups that I'm grappling with here, Scorpio, that, Spirit is presenting to you right now. And this could be you mulling it over. This could be you saying life is good right now. Not sure that that's something I necessarily need. But I really do feel like there's just something here that's sort of, looming over you, Scorpio, that's preventing you from being your true self, and you're putting your true self out there. And that's certainly impeding on your overall happiness and well-being, because who wants to hide a part of themselves? Spirit is saying, different strokes for different folks. Everybody is doing their own thing right now. Like, everybody's weird right now, Scorpio. So I can't imagine what this is that, you might be, maybe it's something that's, normal for everybody, but, people in your family. I don't know. But Spirit wants you to come out. And so we've got 8 of Cups here. And I don't mean for this to be, a reading about, this doesn't have to do with sexuality or, your lifestyle or anything like that, Scorpio. Or it could be, but it could be other aspects of your life too that you're just sort of keeping secret. Whatever is, resonates with you, whatever your specific situation is here, Scorpio. I'm not talking about one specific thing here. And then we've got the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Cups. So we've got 2s coming out strong here. So needing some balance around something, Scorpio. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. So wow, how interesting is that? 8822. So, 8s are also just around balance, but 8s are also about energy. Ooh, we've got the Sun here. So and then we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So I really do. So we'll start with the 4 of Pentacles here. And so the 4 of Pentacles is about building a foundation. It's, about, someone who's had some initial success, right? And is starting to, to see some early signs of, material manifestation around that. So someone who's starting to build a nest egg, for example. But it can also represent somebody who's holding on tightly to something. So you can see this guy, he's made some pentacles, but he's holding on very tightly to them in fear of, potentially somebody taking them, or he might be afraid that, he won't be able to get any more. I really do feel like this is somebody who is being, in this instance, somebody who's being very cautious, somebody who's resisting something, someone who's not open. And again, I think it fits very nicely with the messages that we saw in the Oracle deck here, in the Oracle decks, where, Spirit is saying, you need to be open around a specific situation or issue, Scorpio. It's something that makes you happy. It's something that's foundationally a part of you. And Spirit is, really saying, I think, that you need to be open about that. Now we've got the 8 of Cups here, and, this speaks to, again, somebody who is voluntarily walking away from a situation. It's a situation that, no longer fulfills them. They're no longer getting any emotional happiness from these 8 cups here. And this person has decided to voluntarily walk away and walk toward something else that will give them much more, where, they will be much happier, Scorpio. And yeah, this is about a higher purpose too, like something, else that's pulling you, that's drawing you. This could be, again, you're just no longer satisfied with an aspect of your life. And I think in this situation, I really do think it's you really being no longer satisfied, Scorpio, with keeping something, to yourself, or having to do something secretly right now, Scorpio. Now we've got the 8 of Pentacles. This is someone who is very, very talented. Someone, who can put out some really serious, significant quality work, right? Someone who loves what they do, and they put their heart and soul into what it is that they do. This is someone who's, determined, they've got a deadline, and, they've got to make but so many pentacles, and, they are focused and determined to get it through. So it speaks to, a consistent and, methodology, like a really methodical approach. But I really feel like in this instance now, Scorpio, that, this is about, something to do with something that you love. Again, a part of you, part of something that you love and that you really want to focus on now. And you're, just walking and wanting to put more of that into the forefront. And if that means, Scorpio, you're having to give something else up to be able to focus more on that, then so be it. Now, we've got the 2 8s here. 8s in tarot represents energy, right? So to me, this is about you're not wanting to put energy into something that's not working for you anymore, and focusing on some other aspect that does work for you. And it's something material here too, I really do think. But we're going to clarify these two with the Kipper deck to see if we can get some more information. Now, to me, this is that being at a crossroads, Scorpio, 2 of Swords. So this is your heart and your head at odds with each other. It speaks to a decision that you have to make, and you're not sure whether it's, whether you do the logical thing, or, do the thing, that makes you happy. Spirit says, do what makes you happy. It's anchored by the sun. The sun represents joy. It represents happiness. It represents confidence. It represents, achieving your goals. It's the most positive card in the deck. It represents feeling whole. And that's what I'm getting, Scorpio. I think there's a need to bring your whole self out, and, there's some decision or some situation that's forcing you to either do that or not. Right. And there's some logical reason, whatever that is, Scorpio, that you feel that you can't, or that you in the past that you feel that you couldn't, that I think now it's making you to think a little more about that. And we've got the 2 of Cups here too. It could, two of Cups could certainly, be about, you meeting a soulmate, you starting a relationship, This could be, maybe you've got a secret relationship out there. I don't think so. I mean, I really do think about this is about you coming into balance with yourself, Scorpio. Rediscovering some aspect of yourself. Spirit saying, follow your heart. Do that. You do you, boo. And not be afraid to do that. We've got the Knight of Cups here. He could represent, a proposal, again, opportunity for a new relationship. But I think this is Spirit saying, here's an opportunity for you to be happy, Scorpio, for you to do you. Follow your heart. Follow your dreams. Don't be afraid to put your whole self out there. Now, let's just clarify this a little bit with the Kipper deck to see what additional insights we can get around this, Scorpio. It's around the 12th house of secrets, fears, hopes, and dreams. One more. So we've got Journey. Interesting, another sort of travel card. We have that over here in Transporter. Change. Imprisonment. And Message. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting with this, this Message card. It's number 7 in the Kipper deck. It could be any type of message, Scorpio. So, this could be, some kind of communication. It could be a phone call, can be an email, can be a text. It can be documents, letters of acceptance or something like that. It's any kind of news or information. So again, I think here in this instance, it's something like that that's having you to make a decision, Scorpio. And again, it's a decision to me around, is it, it's about where you're needing to face a fear. It's a fear that it's something about, again, some aspect of you that maybe you'll have to put out there, if you say yes to this. And you're really trying to figure out what to do there. So we've got this Journey card, number 10. And again, this is, all forms of transportation too. Could maybe something about, I don't know, you're having to move, and there's some fear around that. I don't think so. I think this is about, this is something much deeper, Scorpio. But, this card can also be about just leaving a familiar situation, right? And, having to go into an unknown. That it's sitting, atop the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, that makes much more sense to me. So, while you're leaving something that, no longer serves you, it's you're moving towards something where you can get to be a little more emotionally happy, but you're not sure what's going to come of that, Scorpio. And that could be, what's, causing some of the fear here. Now we've got number 9, Change. This could be any kind of change. So this could be a house, a job, a relationship, anything. We've got the Death card, which definitely speaks to change and transformation, something, a chapter closing, whatever it is. Spirit is saying, yes, go for it. It's sitting atop the 2 of Swords, needing to make a decision, but being at a crossroads. It's supported by the Sun. The Sun is yes. And you've got the Sun out here in so many other respects. You've got fulfillment. You've got the cheetah, which is sun energy. Yes, yes, yes. And just get out of the whole idea around you can't do it. Or that you won't be, this is negative mindset here. This number 29, imprisonment. This isn't, about you, being physically locked up, Scorpio. This is about you feeling trapped, or feeling restricted, or feeling guilty about something. And I think Spirit is saying, it's time to get out of that. Whatever it is that's making you feel guilty, or you feel like you can't, bring it out into to the open, then now it's time to stop that crap. You need to be you. You need to come to, bring your whole self, into the world, Scorpio. And so I really do feel like there's a decision that needs to be made. It could be a new house. A new job, or moving, or, a new project, or a new passion, or, a new cause, whatever it is for you. I think, Scorpio, it's your needing to bring some part of you that you haven't been willing to do, to bring out into the open before, and you're needing to bring that to the table now, and you're deciding whether or not you want to. I think that's it, pure and simple. Spirit is saying yes, heck yes, do it. It's going to make you more emotionally and spiritually happy. So we're going to end the reading here with the Keepers of the Light deck, to see what final message Spirit has for us around the 12th house of secrets, fears, hopes, dreams, and fantasies. So we've got Queen Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. That's beautiful. Do right what's, for you, Scorpio, is really what I want to say here, and, have care and compassion for yourself. And you've got the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose, Scorpio. So Spirit is here with you. Spirit is here guiding you. Get quiet. Listen to the Spirit messages, and do what's right for you. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, or at least that you've got some insights from it. Again, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and sharing it with another Scorpio if you feel, someone else needs to hear this message. But until next time.